Welcome back to my channel, everyone. My name is Emirae. I am finally going to do my first review to a movie, and I'm doing a review to the Extraction movie starring Chris Hemsworth and David Harbour. And there are Indian actors in this movie as well, but I don't know their names. And I don't think I've ever seen them in any Bollywood movie that I've watched before. So this movie starts out in India, in Bangladesh. Chris Hemsworth's character is Tyler Rake, and he is a mercenary, and he's on this mission to save a boy. He is the son of a crime boss. There's a war between two crime bosses, and you can see from the beginning that these two guys, they do not like each other whatsoever. You can sense it immediately. As soon as the son gets kidnapped by one of the crime bosses, the other crime boss starts talking with his best henchman, and even right there in that scene, he tells him, "You need to retrieve my son. You need to get him back, or there will be consequences for you." And these two crime bosses, they are so convincing, they are so intimidating. Like, there's a scene with one of the crime bosses and a few kids. I think that's one of the worst things I've ever seen in a movie with actors before. Like, I've seen it in American movies and all that kind of stuff, but I think that scene is one of the worst, one of the most disgusting scenes that I've ever seen in a Bollywood movie. And I get it, this is not really a Bollywood movie and stuff, but I've never seen it with an actor before. You get what I mean? As I said, David Harbour is in this as well, and he does such a wonderful job with his character. There's a scene with him and Chris Hemsworth just joking around, and they're funny. There's also a scene where Chris Hemsworth and the kid are joking around, and you can see the chemistry between Chris Hemsworth and the kid, and Chris Hemsworth and David Harbour. The scene that I'm talking about is where Chris Hemsworth and David Harbour are in dispute with each other. Like, they are in complete disagreement, and as Kevin Hart says, shit is about to go down. I probably haven't said it right, but anyway, that part, man, they're just fighting with each other. You can see that they're both great combatants, and at one point David Harbour just freaking like slams, like he absolutely flips Chris Hemsworth to the ground. Like, it was awesome. And Chris Hemsworth also has like a broken arm. Maybe not broken, but like, it was like a fractured arm for sure. And spoken of one of the crime boss's best henchmen, that character is named Saju, and the kid has complete trust for Saju, and Saju is, as I said, trying to retrieve the kid. Saju is the emotional element in this movie. Like, you really feel for him when he's talking to his wife, he's talking to his kid, and he knows, man, like, he knows that today or tomorrow he's gonna die. Like, he's not gonna come back. His son is asking him, "Dad, when are you gonna come back?" He's telling his son, "I'll be there soon, I'll be there tomorrow," and he knows he's not gonna show up. He knows this is not a joke. There is no way that he's gonna be able to escape with this kid. And at the beginning, him and Tyler Rake are just hitting each other with everything but the kitchen sink. Like, at one point, he just hits him with a car. Like, it's insane. It was absolutely hilarious. Saju also gets a great part in this movie where he's just holding a soldier down. Like, he's holding the soldier down with a big ass gun, reloading his gun and shooting him in the chest. That part was just so cool. Now, let's talk about the character you guys wanted to know more about. I really appreciate when there is great camera work in a movie, especially when they do one-shots, just like in the John Wick franchise. It's just so much better. Look, I love the Taken franchise, for example, right? But man, there are so many cuts in that movie. It's ridiculous how many cuts there are in that film. But hey, it is a great franchise. If you guys have watched the trailer for this movie, which I also did a reaction and a review about that, I'll put the link in the description down below if you guys want to watch it after this video, because I have more important stuff that I want to address regarding this movie as well. There's a part in the trailer where Chris Hemsworth basically turns the car around and the camera just goes with it, and all of a sudden it's like the cameraman is right in the car filming everything that's going on. That shot was, I don't think I've ever seen that before. I bet that's the Russo brothers doing, because they are the producers for this movie, as is Chris Hemsworth. Chris Hemsworth's character also has a female companion in this movie. She is strong, she is badass, she is a great markswoman, and her and the lieutenant, what they can do with the sniper guns, man, you know that they've been through some training and all that kind of stuff. And I think she's some kind of special forces as well. And she is basically the second emotional element. Saju is like number 1 on the scale, and you're gonna see an emotional her in the bathroom later on. And that scene is something that you should be on the lookout for. I really enjoyed this movie. You can go watch it. I promise it is not a waste of time. And if you thought this review was informative, fun, you enjoyed yourself, then feel free to give me a like. If you give me a thumbs up, it tells me that I'm doing a good job, and it helps others see it as well and think, oh man, this guy's probably good. Let me watch his stuff. Share this with your friend, and I always put those ridiculous things of like, share this with your psychologist, share this with your psychiatrist, share this with your yoga teacher, all that kind of stuff. I love it. To me it's funny anyway, that's why I put it in. But yeah, when you do that, it helps me so much as well. And yeah, the last thing pretty much is subscribe to this channel. If you haven't seen it yet, I have like 31 subscribers and I do need more. In the future, in the near future, I will be doing sketches of a lot of different stuff, but there's some equipment that I still need to get in order to do these things in the first place. I also want to do reactions to movies and series, especially stuff like Chuck, Dexter, Penny Dreadful. I haven't seen any of these things yet. The only thing I know about a few of them is that certain actors that I've seen before are starring in it. That's the extent of my watching knowledge when it comes to those. I also just launched my Facebook business page today. I will put a link to that as well. You guys can go check it out. I just started it. It's not amazing yet or great yet, but it's a beginning, and I have some good stuff there as well. I'll be doing previews there, I'll be doing stories there as well. I will be putting some fun reaction compilations and some informative reviews, and I also have need to watch breakdowns of movies that have been life-changing to me, movies that I really enjoy, lines that I quote when I'm in the house or on the street. There will be other social media platform announcements coming as well. And yeah, that's it. I will see you in my second review.